Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse has finally received substantial updates that suggest production is moving forward at full steam, marking a significant turning point for a project that has faced numerous setbacks. Recent social media posts from key voice actors, new production status, character spin-off movies, and confirmed cast returns indicate that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is not only back on track but potentially delivering the most ambitious animated superhero film ever created. Let's jump straight into the most recent development that has fans absolutely buzzing with excitement. Moore, who voices Miles Morales, just posted an Instagram story that's sending the Spider-Verse community into overdrive. And this isn't just any ordinary behind-the-scenes content. The image shows Moore inside a professional recording booth with a spider emoji, which might seem simple on the surface, but this represents the first concrete visual proof that voice recording for Beyond the Spider-Verse is actively happening right now. This recording booth revelation comes at a crucial time when fans have been wondering whether the numerous delays have affected the film's production schedule, and Moore's post essentially confirms that the creative team is moving full steam ahead despite the timeline adjustments. But that's not even the craziest part about this recording update. The significance of this update extends beyond Moore's individual contribution. Jarl Jerome, who voices Earth-42's Miles Morales, also known as the Prowler, has reportedly recently also joined Moore in returning to voice recording duties. The timing of Moore's Instagram story coincides perfectly with Sony's recent confirmation that the film is still targeting its 2027 release window, which is funny because people in my last video were saying how they were 11 when Into the Spider-Verse came out and will be 20 when Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out. But the fact that Moore felt comfortable sharing this glimpse into the recording process indicates that Sony is confident enough in their production timeline to allow their lead actor to build anticipation through social media, which is actually a really smart marketing move. We also got a fresh update for Hailee Steinfeld. If there's one thing I've learned with that, it's that you put it in their hands and you're going to end up with something masterful. You just gotta go with it. Let me know what you guys think about these updates. Now let's talk about the release date situation. If you guys watched my last video, you know this isn't just another disappointing delay. This is actually a strategic move that reveals some fascinating insights about Sony's confidence in this project. Beyond the Spider-Verse has been pushed back from June 4th, 2027 to June 25, 2027, which might seem like bad news on the surface, but this 3-week shift is actually positioning the film for maximum box office success during the peak summer movie season. The original June 4th date would have put the film in direct competition with other major summer blockbusters. Also, most people will be in summer break by then. Reports say this release date adjustment also provides the animation team with additional time to perfect the groundbreaking visual techniques that have made this franchise so revolutionary in the first place. Remember, the Spider-Verse movies are famous for pushing animation boundaries in ways that take significantly longer than traditional animated films, and this extra time ensures that the trilogy conclusion will maintain the same visual innovation that made the previous films so spectacular. The fact that Sony is willing to delay the film slightly rather than rushing it to meet an arbitrary deadline shows that they understand the importance of maintaining quality over speed, which is exactly the approach that made Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse such critical and commercial successes. Before we dive into any more fresh updates, let's talk about first looks. The exclusive images revealed at CinemaCon 2025 are absolutely game-changing, and they're showing us a side of the Spider-Verse that's going to be significantly more emotionally intense than anything we've seen before. The first major reveal showcases the long-awaited confrontation between Miles Morales and his Earth-42 Prowler variant. And these aren't just cool action shots. These images are conveying genuine emotional weight that suggests this encounter will be devastating on a personal level. Let me know what you think about these images. But here's where things get really interesting from a visual storytelling perspective. The CinemaCon images are dominated by darker color palettes and more somber lighting than we've seen in previous Spider-Verse promotional materials, which suggests that Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to tackle much heavier themes than its predecessors. As you can see in this picture, Miles is with Gwen, and it seems the promotional materials show Miles appearing to hit his lowest point yet, with imagery that suggests he's dealing with guilt, identity crisis, and the weight of understanding that his powers may have inadvertently caused suffering in other universes. This darker visual approach indicates that the trilogy conclusion is going to earn its emotional impact through genuine character development rather than just spectacular action sequences. While everyone's been focused on Beyond the Spider-Verse, Sony just dropped a massive announcement that's going to significantly expand the Spider-Verse universe in ways that nobody anticipated. Daniel Kaluuya is officially developing a Spider-Punk spin-off film, and this isn't just a rumor or speculation. This is a confirmed project that's already in early development at Sony Pictures Animation. Kaluuya, who voiced the punk rock version of Spider-Man in Across the Spider-Verse, is collaborating with screenwriter Ajan Singh to create a feature film that will focus specifically on Hobie Brown's anarchist version of the web-slinger, complete with his signature guitar-based fighting style and anti-establishment attitude. Let me know what you think about this. What makes this Spider-Punk announcement particularly significant is how it demonstrates Sony's confidence in the Spider-Verse brand extending beyond just Miles Morales' main trilogy. The fact that they're willing to invest in a character-specific spin-off featuring one of the more niche Spider-Man variants shows that they believe audiences are ready for more experimental and diverse takes on the Spider-Man mythology. But that's not even the craziest part about this spin-off development. The timing of this announcement. Coming while Beyond the Spider-Verse is still in production, new reports suggest that Sony is already planning a post-trilogy expansion of the Spider-Verse brand that could include multiple character-focused films. Do you think this means we could eventually see spin-offs for other popular Spider-Verse characters like Spider-Noir or Penny Parker? If you thought the Spider-Verse movies were already emotionally intense, Brian Tyree Henry's recent comments about Beyond the Spider-Verse are going to completely prepare you for what's coming. Henry, who voices Miles' father Jefferson Davis, recently teased that there's not going to be a dry eye in the house when Beyond the Spider-Verse hits theaters, and coming from an actor who's known for his dramatic performances, this warning carries serious weight. His comments suggest that the emotional stakes in this finale are going to be significantly higher than anything we've experienced in the previous films. At the end of the movie, Miles has reached a different universe than his own, and comes face-to-face with a variant who has turned into the Prowler. The story will pick up from there, as actor Brian Tyree Henry teased previously. First of all, that's loaded. And yes, the answer is yes. No, look, it takes time, but we gotta make you wait a little bit. You know what I mean. But it's coming. It's coming. There's not gonna be a dry eye in the house, I'll tell you that. It's not gonna wrap up in a nice little bow, which is saying something considering how impactful Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse already were. The way Henry describes the emotional impact of Beyond the Spider-Verse indicates that the film is going to tackle themes of sacrifice, family, and personal growth in ways that will resonate with audiences long after they leave the theater. This level of emotional complexity indicates that the film is treating its young protagonist with the same respect and depth typically reserved for adult-oriented dramas, which could make Beyond the Spider-Verse a groundbreaking example of how animated films can tackle serious themes without talking down to their audiences. The visual innovation that has defined the Spider-Verse franchise is clearly continuing in Beyond the Spider-Verse, and the glimpses we've seen so far suggest that this trilogy conclusion is going to push animation techniques even further than its predecessors. The production challenges faced by Beyond the Spider-Verse have been well documented, but recent developments suggest that these obstacles have been overcome through collaborative problem-solving and creative persistence. Reports of toxic work environments and creative disagreements that emerged during the film's development appear to have been addressed through changes in production management and workflow optimization. Reports say the success or failure of Beyond the Spider-Verse will significantly influence Sony's approach to future Spider-Man animated projects and will determine whether the multiverse concept continues to be a central element of their superhero filmmaking strategy. The film's reception will also impact other studios' approaches to animated superhero content and multiverse storytelling. The technical innovations developed for Beyond the Spider-Verse will likely influence Sony Pictures Animation's future projects and could establish new industry standards for animated filmmaking. This additional creative time should result in visual innovations that justify the various delays while advancing the medium's artistic possibilities. So what do you think about these major production updates? Are you excited that recording sessions have finally begun? Or are you concerned about the additional delay to June 2027? Let me know in the comments because I want to hear your thoughts on whether this extended development time will ultimately benefit the final product. What do you think about more returning to the recording booth? Drop your theories in the comments below about how you think Miles' story will end. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest updates on Beyond the Spider-Verse and all the biggest movie news.